people are allowed to say similar things that are very racist in vast generalizations about white people, which seems to have been the case in at least a few instances where people reported that people said fucked up things about white people, but there was no repercussions. And, you know, that's where the argument becomes these people are more oppressed, and so the white people are thought of as the oppressor. So you have this white privilege thing that people like to use now as a reason to decide to like silence someone, like check your white privilege. That's an interesting thing that's happening. So if there's this genuine movement where people think that it's okay to say things about one race, whether you like it or not, that's racism. And if you're allowing that from any one side and not allowing it from another side, it seems hypocritical. Look, it's very distasteful. The idea of racism against black people in this country is very distasteful to everybody, almost everybody who's not a racist, right? Because of the history of this country, because of slavery, because of all these things, it's a different connotation. But if you just allow people to say terrible things about any race, it's racism. You're allowing a predetermined attitude about a race. Some people have done this. They have made generalizations, racist statements about white people. The really weird thing that people are throwing around these days is that you can't be racist against white people because racism is about power and influence. It's about using that black people are not powerful, the white people are powerful, and the white people are the ones who are oppressed, so it's impossible to be racist against them. That sounds like horseshit to me. I'm not buying that. That doesn't make any sense. It's not beneficial to anybody to generalize. This is what we got to get in our head. It doesn't matter if you're black or if you're white or if you're whatever the fuck you are. It is not beneficial to generalize, to take a person out of the group that we think of as just human. Individuals. You have to be an individual. I mean, I acknowledge the fact that people look different. They have different heritages. They have different ancestry. They have different occupation. There's different parts of the world. There's all these differences. But at the end of the day, the only way we're all going to get true equality and true kinship and camaraderie as human beings is if we recognize we're just all a human being. That's it. There are very big differences in the way we look and the things we like. That's cool. But as soon as you can say shitty things about white people or white men, that leaves everybody who doesn't fit that description guilty in this weird way, or presumed guilty because of a racist statement. That's all it is. It's not good for anybody. I get it that it's different than racism against black people in America. A country that was built essentially in a lot of ways by slavery. There's a war for slavery in this country. I mean, that is a crazy reality that it's not your responsibility. It's not mine. I didn't do it. You didn't do it. But it's real. Therefore, as a person who's aware of the history of this country, racism against white people seems different. But it still sucks to be racist against black people, rather. Seems different, but it still sucks to be racist against white people.